Okay, what's up guys? So we're back in. I was gonna stream earlier and it didn't work out. So yeah, this has got changed to 4 o'clock. So what we're doing right now is I'm converting I'm converting this client being sent to just the client's changed attribute list, because there's no reason to send the entire client object if the only thing that we're actually need to transfer is the change attribute list and the ID. So I figured, why would I send all this other stuff? It would just be, smarter to, transfer that. So ID is actually going to get moved to the transfer adders. But so here's the thing: whenever I change this to current client change attribute list, now whenever I'm receiving it, I'm not going to be able to know what the ID is. Right here, receive data. See, we get the receive data.id, but this has to be changed. So we have to modify this. We also need to test the way that we're going to change this. So previously we would just serialize the current client and send that, but now we want to send just the change attribute list, but we also want to send the ID. So the way that I was thinking of doing it was I was thinking I could send it as a tuple like this, and basically ID would be the first thing, and then current client change attribute list would be the second element. And I just hadn't tested that. I already have some code implemented right here for message header, where basically I forgot how many bytes sending just an integer is, and then the fact that it's contained within a tuple. I don't know the specifics of that, so I have to test it. So what we did here is we have we imported pickle. We have ID, which is equal to 1, and then L, which is a list, and this is to mimic the change attribute list, and this is to mimic the ID. So then we're doing data equals pickle.dumps, a tuple of ID, and then the element 1, and then we're printing out data. So let's do Control F5. Control F5. There we go. Okay, so now it worked, and you can see down here it's in bytecode. So it needs to be then we'll say data equals pickle dot, what is it, pickle dot loads, and then data. So data is equal to pickle dot loads is data, and then we're going to print data again, and now let's see what we get. Okay, so now cool, we get the exact list, the exact tuple that we started with. So then we say, we can say ID equals data at 0. Is it that simple? And then we'll just say changed attribute list equals data at 1. Oh yeah, and then we need to print ID, and then print changed attribute list. There we go. So yep, cool. So yeah, it looks like it's that simple. So we just send it as a tuple, and serialize it and deserialize it as usual. We're gonna assign ID to data 0, and then change attribute list assigned to data at index 1. That's actually a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. Reminder that sending data as a tuple is easy. Yeah, whatever. That's probably didn't even need to say that. But anyway, so yeah, so we're just gonna send data is pickle.dumps current client ID, and then current client change attribute list. But then if we use message header with it, is that gonna... Well, I don't think there would be a problem with that. Message header just creates the header for the data. So, I mean, it was already doing that for a much more complicated object. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be an issue. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be an issue. So here's what we'll do. I think we're gonna roll with this, and I think that'll be safe to do. So we're gonna copy this from server, and we're gonna paste it. Copy it from client, and we're gonna put it into server as well, because we're gonna be doing the same thing on both sides. So right here, data is equal to pickle.dumps current client change attribute list. This is going to be changed to data equals pickle.dumps a tuple consisting of current client ID, current client change attribute list, and yeah. So now we're going to add a and we're going to call this changed this to during DTM to send only the ID and changed attribute list instead of the entire client object. As a tuple. Okay. So I'm going to copy this comment. We're going to put it in client as well. It's the same exact thing. Errors to the current client changes relist the copy. Okay, so now when we receive, we need to modify right here, received okay, so we have to change some things associated with received data. And then, so we're now gonna say ID is equal to received. I swear I gotta remove Beto code because this fucking AI code completion thing, I don't even use it, and it always tells me that I've hit my limit. I gotta remove Beto. Matter of fact, right now, where is it? Beto, where is it? Beto AI code assistant. Disabled. Yeah. You earned it, buddy. Okay, ID equals received data at index 0. And then we'll run ID 24. Change this during DTM the received data is now a tuple consisting of the client's ID at 0 and client's changed attribute list at 1. Okay, so now we're just going to assign change attribute list. Well, we'll say received change attribute list equals received data at index 1. Nice. Receive data is equal to, okay, ID is equal to received data at 0, and then received change attribute list is now received data at index 1. So we're going to have to replace all these instances of received data dot with the received attribute list, I think. Iterate through the, so this is just going to be the changed, well, this is going to actually be the received change attribute list. And this is now going to be if received data ID is equal to current client ID. And this is actually, we'll make this received data ID. And this will be changed to that. Received data ID. Okay. So this is going to be changed to received change attribute list, and perturb and received data underscore change attribute list. Why is this? Oh no, it's just received change attribute list. And lastly, appends each entry of the received change attribute list. Okay, yeah, so there we go. Now, I'm pretty sure I can let's just review the changes I made. So received data.change attribute list to received change attribute list. Received data.change attribute list to received change attribute list. Perturb in received data change attribute list, that got changed to received change attribute list, and that's correct. Received data ID got changed to received data ID. ID got changed to received ID or received data ID. Yeah, so all that is should be good. Yeah, so that's simple, I think, anyway. We'll put that in devlog. 425. added or refactored send receive code in by which now so now only the client changed attribute list client.id and is sent instead of entire client object. Sends it as a tuple so that ID is 0 and changed attribute list is index 1. Okay, now next vector center receive code and client by. Alright. So now on to the next thing. We need to add that in. Let's see. It has to be changed. Yeah, we did that. If received data ID is equal to current client ID. There goes my back hurting. God damn it. Okay. Now this needs to be fixed. Search all instances of received data. Yeah, so this should actually be receive object dig. Let's go ahead and put this on the side. Stupid ass shit, man. So this is actually supposed to be receive data at I didn't really think this through all the way because I forgot that we store the received object in the receive object dictionary. Oh man. So we do need a way to wait a second, hold up. Like so now we will just have man, okay, so we're just gonna remove the received object dictionary. Like, we're just gonna receive the change attribute list and the ID. Then this is for receive, right? And what do we do? Is this done in the right? No, this isn't. I just realized something. I don't think this... Oh no, we do it again. Why do we do cur other here? Cur or other receive string? And I want to change current or other to current or other string. So if we just straight up remove the the length, the received object dictionary altogether, like what was the purpose of that in the first place? So the purpose of the received object dict was to store the object, and then we grabbed the change attribute list from that object. No, that's not true. Well, we stored the object, and then we appended all of its elements from its change attribute list to the ink timestamp list, and then we sort the ink timestamp list, and then we go about applying data from the ink timestamp list, and then at the end of application for each individual data point change, after that's done, we then would check to see if there's any more entries in the ink timestamp list from that associated received client object, and then we would delete the object. But you know what? Why would we have needed the object at all? Why would we have needed that object in the first place? Like, at all? I can't think of a reason why I would have needed that. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't I just like, the data that we need is already in the ink timestamp list. There's no reason to keep the object. What was the purpose really of us keeping the object? Because I'm just like making sure that I wasn't just being an idiot, but you know, usually that is the case, that I was just being an idiot and I just didn't fucking think it through, and it was a stupid decision, because I'm just low IQ, whatever. So I think that is the case. It was just a low IQ move. I didn't think about it. There's no reason for me to keep the object because we already have all the data stored associated with each data point change from that received object's change attribute list. So we don't need to access that object to apply that data, and that's the only thing left that we would need to do with the data. It would be to apply it once it's been 3 seconds or whatever. So let me just sit here and think like a monkey for a few seconds and try to determine if I can figure out if there's a good reason that I, you know, maybe I did need it for accessing the, I don't know, maybe if you looked it up instead of just like wondering. It might help. Okay, received object dict is appended to in the form of received client objects for the purpose of storing received data until the data has been organized and applied based on timestamp. Is depopulated after the associated received object's data has been fully applied. Yeah, I'm just an idiot. Pretty sure. Is compilation list of all received objects change attribute list is structured exactly the same as change attribute list, but with an added element of key of object in receive object list, which we're not going to need now. Consists of tuples, timestamp, dirt string, added name, key of more wasted time, because I'm dumb, for the purpose of storing received data, timestamp info, which will then be ordered from earliest. Alright, now, number 3. Store ink data in receive object dictionary. Why? It doesn't really say why. It just, you know, we stored it because Josh thought he should store it. Check to see if any more instances of data point changes from received exist in timestamp list. If none remain, remove client object. Why? Why do we still need that object? Don't know. Still don't know. Yeah, so this is just the code that assigns the object to the received object dictionary. This is a comment. This is where we add length of the received object dict to the timestamp list tuple, which is probably pointless. Again, this is the apply list, which is a subset of the timestamp list. Now we have current object, which equals received object dict at 2.4. Yeah, we don't need that. So okay, here's okay, right. So this is where we thought that we needed it. Well, we did need it before, but now since we're sending the ID directly, like, that was dumb. I could have just, like, if I needed it to get the ID, I could have just stored the ID and not the entire object. I don't know why. Why did I do that? It's not very smart. Okay, anyway. So, creates the delete, yeah. So all this code is just stupid code that's bad, and it's just gonna get removed because it's bad code. Stupid, stupid. Cool. But hey, guess what? I love deleting lines. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's just get rid of it because it's useless. I love wasting time. So delete receive object dict to 2.4. Get rid of that because 2.4 is no longer going to be a thing. If delete receive object, that's not going to be a thing. We're not going to delete received objects because they're not going to be stored. Break if order to, yeah. So this is searching for yep. Gone, goodbye, and yeah, you know how it is. You know how it is, man, when you're an idiot. There goes my back hurting right on time. It's about how it happens. Alright, now we can go up here. So now this is getting deleted as well because it's stupid. Wasted code. No point in keeping it. My back's killing me. I gotta take my medicine, motherfucker. All right. Okay, I'm realizing now I do need a way to store the ID though of the received object, because yeah, we do need that, which is great. Boy, I swear to God, dude. Fuck, man. Oh man, so I do need some sort of can I just make it to where the receive, like we don't have a receive object dictionary, we just add the ID to each in the same way that we had added the key of the receive object dictionary. Couldn't we just add the fucking ID instead? Yeah, we could do that. So now... Fuck, man. I swear to God, dude. This is a never-ending story, dude. I'm just getting tired of this shit, bro. Tired of this shit, dog. Swear to fucking God. Okay, so... Tube 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tube 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If tube 4 is equal to current client ID. Stupid ass thing. Always change the indentation, bro. Every time. Every time, dude. Why does it do that? What's up with that, dude? That's a bug, bro. They need to fix that shit. Yeah, it's got to be indented one. The while true. Stupid ass shit. There we go, man. About time. Oh boy, I tell you what, dude. Okay, now what? Okay, change current or other to current or other string. Let me put this in devlog real quick. So we're gonna say removed receive object dig and all associated code, since we don't need the client object to access the ID anymore, since we send the ID directly. Made it so that instead of the ink timestamp list having the key of the object from the receive object dict as the added final tuple element, we so that we add the ID instead of the key of the object from the receive object list is the final tuple element of the ink timestamp list. Made it so that we add the ID instead of the key of the object from the receive object dig as the final tuple element for the ink timestamp list tuple. Change all associated comments as well. Okay, what's next? Oh yeah, I need to. Okay, so I think I'm gonna stop there. Alright, so let's stage all of our changes and make our local copy. So I'm gonna do git branch to make sure we're on the right branch. We are on secondary, the right branch. And as you can see, we're in the root project directory, which is deprogramming projects Canasta. So we're going to do git add dot for adding everything. Now we're going to do git commit -m. We're going to add in this commit message, which is a copy of our devlog daily entry. And now I have to go through and delete all these apostrophes and now these last couple. Alright, and that was 5 files changed, 87 insertions, 138 deletions. So we're consistently trimming the code base. It's getting smaller and smaller, which is good. Less code is better. Yeah, and we're cleaning up the language, we're cleaning up the comments. Everything is looking a lot better now. Yeah, so other than these last couple things in the... Let's see, let's go to the... right here, do more derivative circularity. So these last couple things right here, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, actually, we did this. We completed this. So that's done. So it's actually now just these 4 things. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ensure all data in client change attribute list. Yeah, and then ensure all received data avoid circular sends, and then custom append list derivative circularity, and then also the other satellite functions that occur derivatively from those custom append list methods or functions need to be, we need to make sure we're not sending that data because it's already gonna be sent. I mean, it's already gonna be applied derivatively, so there's no point in sending that stuff. So that's what we're gonna do next time. After that, which that's probably going to take me a few days. It's probably going to take me like, it's probably going to take, I don't know, at least an hour or two to ensure all data is in the change attribute list. It's going to take a while. Then ensuring all received data avoid circular sends. That shouldn't take too long, maybe like 30 minutes to an hour. So we'll say 3 hours for the first task, an hour for the second, so that's 4 hours. And then we got custom append list, derivative circularity. So that's about an hour, roughly. So that's 5 hours, and then more derivative circularity. That's probably another hour or so. So that's about 6 hours of work. So yeah, that's like 2 days. Granted that I actually sleep because I haven't been sleeping. I just haven't been able to sleep lately. Just can't. That's life. Anyway. So I'm like really tired during the day. Toss and turn at night, don't really sleep, can't take a nap, so I'm just like sleep deprived. And anyway, so if we can get 3 hours a day, should be able to knock these tasks out within the next 2 days, and then after that I can actually finally do some game testing to test out all the changes that I made through this 2-month DTM journey, where we modified all the data transfer and everything. So big deal, big milestone in 2 days. It's really exciting to see that we're finally getting there. So hopefully I didn't break the project, and that it still works and it will actually like crank up and run without too many bugs. Yeah, so then after that we can just take care of all these other pressing issues, which I have, I have not many. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 in here. I have to add in the other play cards invisible feature. That's going to be the very last thing we do. We got to do the playthrough bugs, which is basically just debugging. These bugs are probably going to get replaced since we reworked everything. They're probably not going to be there anymore. Bugs debug bugs, and bugs debug text. That's gonna be basically reset because of the DTM change, and then going through and reviewing all of the 6 caution comments. That's gonna be a while. That's gonna take about a day. So I'm gonna say like 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Maybe it's gonna take me 3 days to do this other play cards invisible. So 3, 4, 5, 6 days. Plus the other 2 days, so that's about 8 days. So I would say 8 more days of working on the project, and we'll be done with all the pressing issues, and we'll be done debugging the game, basically. And then after that, we're just gonna move on to the non-pressing issues, which is basically like cleaning up, making everything look really nice and pretty. Improving everything so that when other people look at it, when it's as part of my portfolio, it's a little bit more impressive because it's not, sloppy, or it's like, oh, well, I can obviously see how he could have did this better. We want to make sure all that is nice and clean, all my comments, my syntax, my structure, the overall structure of the project, and naming conventions and everything is like as professional as I can get it. So as you can see, there's like there's a lot on the non-pressing issues thing, but I haven't went through here in like a really long time. There's probably like 30 or 40 entries in here, tasks, but I'm willing to bet that probably half of these are like already going to be removed, like they're already completed. So that's going to drop it down to about 20, and then after that, I bet half of those 20 are like stuff that's going to take me like 10 minutes. So I would say, let's say an hour per task on average. So that's probably another 20 hours, which is, we'll just say about 5 days, or 6. We'll say 5 days. So what did we say? We said 2 days and then 4 days or something like that. I can't remember. So roughly like it was 8. I think it was and then so I would say about 10 to 12, maybe 15 days. I would say within 15 days of working on the project, granted that I get in at least like 3 to 4 hours of coding each day, I'll be done with this. So, very excited. Cool. And then once this is done, once we get rid of all this, then we're gonna move on to the next step, which is implementing a database, making a website for the project, hosting it online so that you can actually like play it. You know, other people can actually play the game, like deploying the project. So after this is all done, it's going to be finally moving to the next step where I'm going to be learning new things. I'm going to be learning new things. I'm going to be doing stuff I really haven't done before. I did learn somewhat about databases, specifically SQL, and I've already taken a course on HTML, JavaScript, and CSS, so I have like in Flask and Django, so I do have some basic knowledge of creating websites, deploying a project, and all that stuff. But it's still going to be difficult. It's been like 2 or 3 years. I'd say probably like 2 years since I've done those courses. So I'm basically going to be starting off brand new. You know, it's like if you learn how to skateboard, you learn how to ollie, you learn how to shove it and kickflip, but then you quit for like 2 years. You basically forgot everything you knew. You remember some basics, but other than that, yeah, I'm gonna need to definitely like spend probably a month or so just taking courses to get prepared to be able to create the website, to implement the database and all that. So that's like gonna be probably 2 or 3 courses. So I'll say about 2 or 3 months, and then after I'm done with those courses, I'll be ready to actually do that to the project and to implement everything into the project, add in the database, deploy it, host it online, etc., etc., to where you can download it, you can play it, you can access it through like this website, you can see high scores or whatever, something, you know, it'll show that certain people played the game or whatever, so then I can just like add this to a portfolio, which I have to, like, I don't know, I guess I could just use the website as the portfolio, which has the project and everything on it. And yeah, after that, I'm going to start applying for jobs to try to land that coding job I've been working towards for over 3 years now. So, what's that? About 3 months, roughly? I'll say about 4 months. 3 or 4 months. 6 months max, I'll be putting out applications, hopefully, to get that job. So, yeah, alright, have a good one. See you next time, guys.